In this video, we are going to look at using the gray space around a Google slide for student directions, for drag and drop, and for students to be able to use a template and turn it back into you for a variety of different activities. So the first thing that we are going to do is get rid of any of the extra stuff that may be around your slide layout. The one thing we're going to start with is finding this little hide film strip. That way we can move that over. And now we have more space to be able to see what we're doing. We also have this scroll bar at the bottom that we can use to go back and forth on each side of our slide in order to be able to add things. One tip that I would suggest is making sure that you put either text or directions or your drag and drop items pretty close to the edge of the slide so that it's not something that gets missed by your students. So this first example is a digital interactive notebook where a participant would select one of these items and drag and drop. And this is a popular use for slides for drag and drop activities. And they would put it on to the slide without taking up all the space on the slide for those drag and drop boxes. Let's look on the other side is another drag and drop, but these are sticky notes. So this could be used for a lot of different brainstorming, planning for students. They could even work in a collaborative activity. Notice it gives them directions for how to use the sticky notes. So you have to double click so that you can type on them. Once you've typed on it, you want to click to select it, and then the participant, the student, can drag it onto the slide. There are lots of popular templates out there. This one is a Frayer model, which can be used across a lot of different subjects, a lot of different grade levels. Again, the first thing I'm going to do is come down and I'm going to hide the film strip so that I have more space so that I can see. What I'm going to do is take this template, and this one came from Ditch That Textbook. There are lots of different templates out there. If you don't want to start from scratch, you can probably find something. And I'm going to take these directions and I'm going to move them off of the slide. So I'm going to click and drag, and then I'm going to manipulate them. Notice these were just the stock ones that came with it. So I am going to be able to edit them and put the custom directions that I want. All right, so I'm going to click, just double click to highlight all text. And there you can customize those instructions so that your students can see them. The other thing that I want to do with this is I want to make this template bigger so that students have more space to type. So I'm going to do a marquee select. I'm going to grab everything. So I click and drag. I'm going to grab everything on this template. And then I'm going to make it larger. So I would add to my instructions over here on the left. You could also add other items if you wanted to add a list of terms for students to choose from. You could do that on this gray area. And that would open up more possibilities for use of this template. Templates are great for students to be able to practice. They can be used as evidence as well, and they can be assigned using either Schoology or Canvas as your LMS for your students to be able to get their own copy, manipulate that copy, and turn it back into you for you to be able to review. If you have questions, please reach out to your ITF, and we can help you customize an activity that will work best for your students.